Okay, in this lesson, we're doing project number 27, a real quick look at the example here so you can see what it's supposed to look like when we're done. It's going to look a lot like this. Okay, so I'm going to go back here and get started. Scrolling down to project number 27 real fast. And internet safety. Now, this lesson is about what's called an acceptable use policy. You fill these in jobs, school, almost everywhere that you use a computer nowadays. So I've got my document right here that we're working with. And the first thing I'm going to do is, of course, change this back to Times New Roman, 12-point font. Then I'm going to center a line. And I'll make this first part bold. USD 480, USD dash 480. Oops. Yeah, I see that. I held the shift key down as I did those. 480, Liberal, Kansas. Enter. And acceptable use policy. Good. Okay, now I'm kind of done with that part. I am going to turn bold back off at this point. Enter. And I'm going to, you saw that I hit enter again. I'm going to leave this turned on just so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, and you can see that everywhere I hit the enter key, you've got this character here. And zooming in some, just make sure you see it. Everywhere I hit the space bar, you see that little blue dot. Okay, so that's basically what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to left align. Everything from this point on is left aligned. Grades K through 5. K through 5. Enter. Now I'm going to go get the text over here because there's no reason for us to redo it. We're starting with this one, or we're finishing here. If I will not copy anything from the internet, I don't like the use of the word use there. I think it should be and present it as my own work, Control C, but that's what they're doing. Okay, here I want you to make sure that you do the Control Shift V. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and select all of this real quick, and I'm going to apply the numbered list tool to it, and that's that 1, 2, 3 of the 3 lines. Great. Now I see a few things here that are wrong, like right here on 3. So just going to backspace, backspace. I want to get rid of this little character right here. I'm going to backspace till that thing is gone. Backspace, oops, and then spacebar. Okay. I will not talk to strangers without teacher permission. I'll tell my teachers if anybody asks me any personal questions. Use only appropriate language. And this one right here, I will tell the teacher if I see anything on the internet that makes me feel uncomfortable. Backspace, 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 spacebar. Okay, incredibly enough, we're done there. So we're just going to come back over here, enter once, and grade 6 through 12. 6 through 12. Okay, and enter. It does sometimes mark, you saw that marking the spelling here for the word internet. Maybe it wants a lowercase I there. So occasionally that stuff will show up. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the next part of our text right here. And so I'm going to go ahead and grab this, Control C, and I'm going to come back over here and Control Shift V. And I do want you using the Control Shift in this one. It's going to make it easier. I'm going to go ahead and select everything there. And again, I'm going to apply the numbered list to it. Okay, so here you can see that row 2 I need to fix. Backspace, 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 spacebar. Okay, and again, row 2. Backspace, 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 oops, in. Good. So I will not give out my full name or school information. So you see row 3 I need to fix a little bit. School information. Now here I need to create a line. I will not meet any stranger I communicate with online. Backspace, 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 spacebar. I accept that using the computer is for educational. That one works fine. I will not invade the privacy of others or access a network or files with the intent to steal information. And you can see right there, we've got one we got to fix. Backspace, 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 spacebar. Now I will not pretend to be someone else when sending or receiving information online, backspace, backspace, backspace bar. I will be polite and use appropriate language and not harass or access inappropriate, right there, backspace, 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 space bar. I'm not allowed to install any personal software, but that word technology we need to fix real fast, space. And let's see here. I'm allowed to download. I will follow copyright rules. Okay, that's all one line. So let's go ahead and, okay, I'm going to go back and do that one. And I will not. So I'm going to look real fast and see if I've got all of these matching what they have in the example here. I will not. I accept. I will not. I will not. I accept. I will. I will. I am not. Okay. And I will. I'm not allowed to. That's strange. Okay. Okay, I found the one I sort of went over, that one right there. So good. So I will not harass others. Okay, so far we're doing pretty well. Now I'm going to come down here and click at the bottom, and I'm just going to hit enter once more and type in student name, or student signature, sorry. Colon. Now, right here is where we're going to insert that blank line. So I'm going to come up here to insert horizontal line. Okay, and note that my cursor is now under this, and I do want to save some space there, so I'll hit backspace right there. Come on, click right there, hit backspace, and there we go. Good. Okay, now we've got this part. Now the next thing we're going to do is apply the watermark to it. The watermark is like a faint picture on the paper, used in a lot of official correspondence. So we're going to come over here, and the first thing we're going to do is go back to Canvas. Back. Go back. Come on. Go back. And I'm going to scroll down here until I find the project I'm looking for. Come on. Come on. There we go. And it's right here, USD 480 seal. So I'm going to click on that. We're going to be doing a lot of downloading of images when we get to Photoshop. So basically, it's a similar concept. I'm going to click right here, download USD 480 seal. And you're going to see it show up here in the download tray when it's done. Okay, so I'll click on that. And where I want to go is I want to go to the picture of the folder right there that says show in folder. Okay, and grab this over to here. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, rest of the way. Good. Okay, and so what I want to do over here is I just want to find my pictures folder. Don't click on it, just find it. Okay, now yours may have come in looking like this. Okay, and that's fine too. Okay, so it's still right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find that. I'm going to press and hold the left mouse button down on it. I'm going to drag it over here and drag it to pictures, move to pictures, and release. Okay, so now we've moved this into the picture. This probably won't come up on yours, but I've been doing this lesson for several times today. Okay, now that we've got that done, I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to insert that watermark. So I'm going to, big surprise, go insert, and I'm going to come down here to watermark. Great. Select image. And I'm going to go ahead and browse. And I'll go to my pictures folder when it finally opens. And there's my pictures folder. And now I'm just going to go ahead and find that. Okay. PQR USD 480 seal. Open. You probably don't have that many things in your pictures folder. Now, we're not quite done here. We want to lighten this up a bit, okay? So I'm going to click on More Image Options right here, and we're going to go to opacity here and turn that down to about 40. Anywhere between 30 and 40 is fine, okay? I'm trying to get exactly to 40, and that's good. Okay, when you're done doing that, you'll click on the X here to close that because that's all we were doing there, and you'll click on Done. Okay, and you can see now that that watermark is behind our text, but it's not strong, but it's still there. Okay, student signature line, good. So we're going to go ahead now, take the title here, just bump that up to 16-point font. 16 is not an option, so just 16. Let's make sure we're still on one page. We are. And we're going to take these two right here, and these are going to go to 14. Okay. 14 and 14. And the student signature. And 14. Good. And it's all still on one page. Fantastic. Now we're going to add some pictures up here. And the first one we're going to add is the USD, or not correction, the KSDE logo. Now, normally we would come over here to insert. We've done this several times, but it doesn't really work this time. Insert. And I'm going to come over here to drawing, new, not drawing, sorry. Insert image. Search the web. And this is where we've kind of something's happened. KSDE, and I go ahead and hit enter, and I don't get pictures for Kansas State Department of Education. Okay, so instead of doing that, I'm just going to come up here, and I'm going to do a real simple search for KSDE. No, and enter. Okay, and I'm not quite getting what I want here. So I'm going to come over here to all filters, and I'm going to select images. And this is the one I want right here. Okay, this one here. So I click on it. I'm going to right click on it over here, and I'm going to copy the image. Now I'll come back to my document here. Just come up here to the top, and I'm going to paste that in, Control V. Now you saw it did that. We're going to fix that. Now click on the image. And the one you want is in front of text right here. Good. We're going to go ahead and make this image a bit smaller here. And we're going to move. This is one of those weird cases where we're actually going to move the image up into the header. So you can see when I float over it, I get the little cross there. Just going to move that image way up to about here. Okay. And there it is. It's now in the header. And we're going to do the same thing with the USD 480 logo in just a moment. Okay, now remember when we put things in the header here, that those things appear on all of the pages. Now, this is only a one-page document, so this is going to work just fine, but it is something to be aware of. Anything in the header will appear on all of the pages in the document. Okay, so we got KSDE up there. We're just going to come back over here to Google, and we're going to search for USD 480 Kansas. USD 480 Kansas. And we're just going to find something here if it looks like USD 480. These here are fine. Don't pick something that is obviously wrong, like the No School or something like that. I'm going to be using this guy here, but these here are also fine, these two over here. So now I'm just going to go ahead and click on that. I'm going to right-click on this and copy image. Having done that, I'll go back to our instructions here. Doesn't really matter too much where I click. I'm going to click over here somewhere, and then I'm going to go Control V, paste that in, and again, we're going to do the same thing. You're going to use this one here that says in front of text, okay? Now we're going to resize it so that it will fit up in the header like the other document, like the other one does. You can see where I'm putting it here. I'm just going to take that up and put it up there. That red line tells me that basically the tops of these are lined up, okay? So with that done, I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. And let's see. And that's basically it. You can go ahead at this point and turn it in.